$1 versus $100,000 pet fish. Lock.
It's a $100,000 real pet shark tank. You literally have to feed them chunks of meat. And I'm going to show you how people care for pets like this, along with tons of other prices of aquatic.
Okay, an oxalotl's not $1, bruh. Oxalotl's got to be expensive as fuck. $100,000, it's not a $100,000 fish, though, is it? It's a $100,000 fish tank. Like, the shark itself isn't $100K. Are there any fish that are that? I know koi fish go for, like, millions of dollars, don't they? That's, like, the most expensive fish. There's, like, Japanese koi fish that sell for, like, millions of dollars because of their patterns. I wonder if he's going to talk about
pets
that.
All the way down to a literal $1 pet axolotl.
Yup, I just...
How do you get $1? You're not getting $1. Oh, my God. What is this, fucking Facebook Marketplace? You're buying an axolotl from somebody?
On this listing for $1 axolotl. But if you didn't...
Yeah, you're going to get murdered when you go buy this. Hi, I have axolotls for sale for $1. If you would like to buy them, please message me. Limited supply.
No,
Where the hell is this guy getting $1 axolotls?
axolotls usually cost a lot more than $1, so I'm like worried, is this thing gonna be in bad condition or something? I don't know, but
It's going to be dead, or it's not going to be an axolotl. It'll just be like a sort of salamander.
let's go investigate.
So I drove to the seller's house, which thankfully wasn't too
Oh, fuck no. Oh my God, dirty ass garage with just a fish tank in it.
far. When I got there, he said he didn't want to be on camera, but he showed me the axolotl tank and he told me why they were only $1. Apparently his pet axolotl had way too many babies, and inside of this tank was one of the last babies he hadn't sold yet. So I quickly scooped it up into a bucket I brought with clean water.
How many babies do they have?
Packed it in my car and drove home.
All right, I made it, and I'm a little worried about this axolotl's condition because it didn't really seem like it was being kept in the best condition. You doing all right, little buddy? Let me just scoop you up and we can get a closer look at this guy.
And unfortunately, my suspicions were correct, because when I took a closer look at the body of this baby axolotl, I noticed its front right hand was missing. If you look over—
No! Don't they regrow limbs, though? Dude, axolotls are so fucking cute. I wanted to own an axolotl so bad, but they're illegal in most states. You can't own one in New Jersey. That's like, I don't know why that is. Why can't I own an axolotl? Strict state bans. States like California, Maine, New Jersey, Virginia completely prohibit their ownership. Didn't he just buy one in California? Is that like a crime, though? Like, are you getting fined? Like, what would be the penalty there? Like, are you going to prison for owning an axolotl?
over here,
Like, I just don't know.
this is what it's supposed to look like, but yeah, I guess this hand must have accidentally got cut off because of how fragile baby axolotls are.
Dang, that actually sucks. We gotta help this guy, and thankfully, I got just a plan.
You see, I've got these things that when we plop it
Meat cubes.
to water, they turn into tons of little bloodworms. These are some of the most nutritious and also delicious foods for a baby axolotl, so I sort of just made it rain bloodworms on this guy, which you can see he absolutely started to devour up. If you didn't know, axolotls are extremely amazing in that they are
What is that weird fucking translucent? Is that his brain? What is that? What is this? Is that like an organ, his heart?
extremely amazing in that they are one of the only animals that have the ability to regenerate limbs when they lose them. And by eating these bloodworms, this guy will now have the nutrients to do that very same thing for his hand.
Yo, for $1, this
How long does it take for them to fucking regrow limbs, too? I wonder that. Like, is it like an overnight type process?
thing might
3 days? I feel like it's probably like a week, bro. It's like a slow regrowth.
be my favorite pet.
It's not like Deadpool, bro. He's not just he's not building that back in an hour.
So
You know the craziest thing is there's certain plants that grow so fast that you could watch them grow in real time. Asparagus. Asparagus growing. Asparagus takes forever to grow, and then in like a day it grows like 6 inches or some shit. Or yeah, no, it's bamboo. Bamboo shoots growing in real time, or time lapsed. This is a 5-day time lapse. that's wild they grow that quick. Like, if you were outside for, like, 4 hours, you'd look over and you'd be like, wait, that thing actually just got bigger. 5 days. Look at that. It's that big. Bro, 5 days, it was that small. That's, like, fucking quadrupled in size. They're, like, invasive almost. That's why if somebody plants bamboo in, like, an area near you, you'll just start seeing bamboo everywhere.
Huge. Oh my gosh.
And I would learn, apparently this baby axolotl was even cooler than I thought, and in order to see that, I got out this quite a bit larger
And
tank.
they could grow through people. Did we watch a video on that? That's like a form of torture. They'll, like, chain you down. You get chained down, and then they'll put bamboo shoots under you, and they'll grow through your body, and you'll die.
And I started to lay down the floor of his new home. Even though our axolotl is so small and just a baby, they grow at a rapid pace, so in only a few months, this whole tank will be getting used up. And for the decorations, literally, we're just gonna use this big piece of wood and a few aquatic plants I had to lay.
Through your ass? No, that's like a Vlad the Impaler torture method. Where they put, like, a rod up your butt, and then they let you, like, fall onto it, and it comes out of your mouth.
In around in my garage.
Yep, that's it. We're done. You see, baby axolotls have skin that can scrape super easily, and since ours is already missing a hand, I just wanted to keep ours super simple till he gets a bit bigger. But oh my gosh,
Yeah, they do look so fragile. Like, it looks like if you dropped an axolotl, it would just die.
So cute, and I think he's ready to go inside.
So I let this baby loose into his brand new home.
Oh, look at him swim.
Instantly, he loved it, and you can just see how much he was swimming around and checking out his new enclosure.
Yep, that's one thing about baby axolotls. They're just way more active than adult axolotls usually are. Wait, I have something fun I want to try. What if I put some worms near the axolotl's face? Am I able to make it follow the direction of the worms? Wait, it kind of is.
Yep, I kind of just thought it would be funny to make the axolotl follow my tweezers like it was a fishing lure, basically. And surprisingly, he actually followed it for quite a long time up this log. But
why do they have hands? It seems like they just don't need hands. Like, they should just have, like, fins.
But eventually he got bored and swam away. But yeah, it was kind of fun to lure him around this tank in random directions, and every now and then I would let him have a big old bite of the worms because he was just so cute to watch eat.
Let me know in the comments what I should name this guy, and if I should make an update video once his hand is healed.
But remember, I'm still gonna show what it's like to keep a $100,000 pet shark, along with so many other price points of fish. Next up,
That's a rich people thing, bro. That's like villain activities, dude. Owning a shark tank? Fuck. That's like badass. You'd be like, oh yeah, you want to come see my shark tank? What?
being 100.
It's like, that's like a rapper thing. I feel like there's probably a lot of like rich rappers. You have Vector, bro. There's a lot of rich rappers that own shark tanks.
$1 pet shrimp.
Yeah,
Some Dr. Evil shit. You have a fucking office space and the floor is just shark tanks. Who owns a Jason Derulo has one? Fucking Jason Derulo. My God, I remember him annoying the shit out of me on TikTok. Jason Derulo. Today I'm doing a candy mukbang. What? I'm looking up Jason Derulo Shark Tank. Oh, he has a whole house tour.
This is the guest house. I decided that I would do it every single.
Show your fucking Shark Tank, jackass. Where is
So-
it?
There's one here. There's also one on the rooftop. There's beds everywhere because I like to sleep. And if you feel it real froggy, there's a coffin in the middle. And there's 7
It's just like crazy money, bro. Like, what
bars on the whole property.
Yo, I saw somebody the other day that said that I act poor. I was like, I don't act poor. I just don't spend that much money. Like, I'm not like balling out, right? Like, like I feel like there's like LA influencers just be buying fucking supercars. Like, I just don't buy supercars. But this is like really rich.
Dogs. So I mean, we have security.
Where's the Shark Tank?
So what goes on here?
So this is like the game room.
Yeah.
Another fish tank.
Jason Derulo.
You like fish tanks?
Yeah.
Wait, fish tanks. Where's the fucking... Bro, he has a lionfish? Where's the shark tank? You got puffer fish. That's sick. Owning a fucking puffer fish. Bro, there ain't no shark tank.
Decided out day.
We're just recording him doing muscle ups and skinny jeans. Like, what the fuck is happening, bro?
You may be thinking, how does a bag of shrimp cost $100? Well, I don't just have one bag or 2 bags. I have 3, 4.
I don't hate Jason Derulo, chat.
5, 6, 7 bags of shrimp, and we're gonna be able to do some crazy time lapses since we have so
Jason Derulo.
many shrimp here.
Yeah, apparently
I need to hear him say it. Hold up, sorry. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo singing his name. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo.
That you only meant well, 'cause you did what you said.
Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. Dude, that's like crazy. Like, I mean, like, I just like singing your own name. Like,
keeping an insane amount
Jason Derulo. He does make some fire ass songs. What you say?
of shrimp in the same tank is something
Jason Derulo.
lots of people into aquariums do, because shrimp
It's like a stem, dude. I love saying that shit.
are some of the
I kind of get why he sings his own name.
best cleaners
Joe, you might be gay.
of all time, and they'll just constantly
Jason Derulo. Sorry.
I don't just have one bag or 2 bags. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of shrimp, and we're gonna be able to do some crazy time lapse.
Sing your own name, it doesn't fucking work, bro. Jason Derulo works. Joe Bartolozzi, bro, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Joe Bartolozzi. Bro, that shit's cringe. You know, like, it works. It works with his name.
5, 6, 7 bags of shrimp, and we're gonna be able to do some crazy time lapses since we have so many shrimp here.
Yeah, apparently keeping an insane amount of shrimp in the same tank is something lots of people into aquariums do, because shrimp are some of the best cleaners of all time, and they'll just
Bro, they're red as fuck.
constantly
Yo, most fun fishing activity is going shrimping. Going shrimping while they're swimming downstream, bro. I did that one time. You just put a net in the water. They just swim right into it. You just pick it up. Got fucking 9 gallons of shrimp. It's just the easiest thing ever.
explore around the tank, eating any dirt or algae that would make the water dirty. These ones in specific are called cherry shrimp because they have a red color in their body like a cherry. Yup, it's a pretty creative name if you ask me.
Now, before we get out a piece of steak to feed to these guys and record on a time lapse, let's work our way up the food scale and start with shrimp pellets, which I bought these thinking they were shrimp food, but on here it says they're actually for fish.
I used to have a fish tank when I was a kid, and I would have to feed them fish flakes. And, you know, you kind of just, like, eyeball what you're supposed to be feeding them. And I remember one time the fucking, like, shaker cap part fell off, and I dumped, like, half the cup in there, and it filled the whole tank, and the fish started fucking tweaking. They were swimming around just fucking eating. I was like, oh, God, they're going to die. Like, they'll eat until they can't.
I'm thinking maybe these are just made out of shrimp. They're not actually for shrimp.
That, or I didn't understand aggression levels of shrimp. Or not shrimp, fish. If you go to like a fucking PetSmart and you want to buy fish, they're like different types of aggression levels, and you have to buy fish that are the same aggression level, otherwise they'll eat each other. So you want to buy like all aggressive, all chill, all something shrimp, right? Or not shrimp, fish. Jesus, because he's fucking talking about shrimp. You want all the same type of fish, right? Like intermediate aggression fish, and they won't hurt each other. But I had one. And I go to the guy, I'm like, I have intermediate level fish. Like, do you think this one would be fine? He goes, yeah, man, it'd be chill. So I put it in the tank, and I put him in the tank when he's about this big. And overnight, I had probably like 12 fish. I wake up the next day, 6 of those motherfuckers are gone. 6 of those motherfuckers are gone. And I go, well, something happened. And then the next day, he eats like 3 of the other ones. It gets to a point where it's like him and 1 other fish in the tank. He ate every fish I owned. And I gave it, I think I brought it back to the store. And I was like, fuck off. Like, I remember I didn't see I was like probably like 12. I remember I told the worker, I was like, dude, he ate all my fish. He was like, oh, well, that's like a part of the problem. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking jackass. You told me it'd be fine. Now all my fish are fucking dead.
But I guess we can still try and see if they'll eat it. Let's just start by...
What size were the fish? Well, he didn't eat the one fish because it was too big to eat. The only fish he didn't eat was because it was too big. And he got huge. I remember he like tripled in size.
dropping in one of the...
I also owned it was a pleco fish. That was the one he didn't eat. I owned a pleco fish in my fish tank, and I remember he died one day, and I put him on a plate and took a picture of him. I was like, he's big enough to eat.
the pellets.
Now, immediately after dropping this single shrimp pellet,
I had a suicidal fish as well. That was bad. He used to jump out of the fish tank constantly, and you would hear it. He would go boom, and he would hit the fucking. He was a little long fucker, and he would swim. He would go to the bottom. I saw him do it once. He would go to the bottom. He would swim as fast as he could. He would jump, and he would hit the top part. It would burst open. And he would flop out, and you'd be flopping on the couch and put him back in. And he did it about like 5 times. Then one day I woke up and he was just dead on the couch. So he did it overnight.
then one of the nearby shrimp basically pounced onto it. Dang, I guess these shrimp like eating shrimp, because soon after, another one also came straight onto it. You can kind of see in the zoomed in footage how they used their tiny little mouths to break up this little pellet and eat it. But yeah, over the next couple minutes, this single pellet started to get swarmed by every single shrimp that saw it. Yeah, started to get pretty crowded, but that's what is so cool about having so many shrimp. They just absolutely decimate any piece of food you give them.
Anyways, to feed the shrimp bigger food sources, I've got a way bigger tank. So I think I'm gonna go get some supplies so we can build these guys a nice little home real
And next, we're going to be feeding them a human hand.
quick.
So
Some weird shit.
I drove to the store to start shopping. Since we got so many shrimp, I really wanted to spend a ton of time to choose the best decorations for these guys so they could have a beautiful
Oh my god, the fucking pineapple SpongeBob house. Top tier, top tier, top tier.
home. And of course, that also meant I had to get some plants.
Okay, as you guys know, I usually get my aquatic plants here at Petco, but today I want to try something different because, oh my gosh, these got to be getting more expensive.
And next, I'm going to be feeding these chickens Chicken McNuggets.
$12 for this. It's
They're eating their own kind.
literally dead.
So instead, I drove across the town to an aquarium store I had never been to. They, of course, had tons of cool stuff like this air.
Dude, I love going to a fish store. I should get a fish, man. I was thinking about it, chat. Like, I don't want to have a pet that takes too much energy after, like, Daisy. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't get another puppy. Like, but I think I could own, like, a beta fish. Just in the background. I always thought about getting, like, jellyfish. But then I'm like, damn, bro, when I leave, like, I can't, like, I gotta get somebody to fucking feed them.
I had never been to. They, of course, had tons of cool stuff like this arowana, frogs, and even this massive pleco. But of course, they also had
They don't eat? Yeah, they do.
exactly what I was looking for.
Ooh, yeah, this is actually perfect. And it's actually a good deal. I mean, $8 for that big plant in the back.
So yeah, I asked the store employees to
Oh, I could get an automatic feeder. That's true.
bag me up some, and I brought all my supplies home. Since the tank isn't insanely large, it was quite easy to start laying everything down. We start with the aqua soil, which gives the nutrients to the plants, and we cover it in a layer of sand so it won't make the water dirty. Finally, I added around some of the decorations I bought to make this place stand out a bit.
Favorite decoration I bought was a pineapple from SpongeBob, but I unfortunately dropped it as I was getting it out my car.
That was the one fucking thing I wanted to see, bro. I didn't care about any of the other fucking decorations.
So yeah, it's kind of just
Glue it together. Glue it together. Go buy a fucking another one.
pieces now. But I think I can still fit that in there just
Oh,
like
bro.
that. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty cool. SpongeBob.
It actually kind of does work. It works. It works. It's like a shipwreck.
It's under the water. Makes sense.
Then I added in all those plants I had just bought and filled the thing with water.
All right, there we go. Technically, this water filter at the back isn't needed since the shrimps kind of clean the water themselves, but it's still recommended, which is why I have it. But oh, we do got to get this bad boy inside. It's a light up air stone, which if you don't know what an air stone is, it's this amazing contraption that makes bubbles in the water, and this one lights up.
Yeah, my fish tank looked a lot more lame than this, bro. I had a little cave that they would hide in. I remember it was like this, but it was a little cave, and then I had like one like rock structure I didn't have any of this shit.
Up, so it's extra special. Oh man, that's actually fire. I'm gonna have to get more of these, I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways, this tank is now finished and ready for all of
Would you rather 2.5 pencils with barbecue sauce or a whole raw steak no seasoning? What? 2.5 pencils with barbecue. Like, am I eating? Would I rather eat 2.5 pencils with barbecue sauce or eat a whole raw steak? I'd have to eat the pencils. The steak would be detrimental to my health.
our little shrimps to go inside. Immediately, you can just see how there is constant movement going on because of the sheer amount of shrimp. Every single little location in the tank had its own little shrimp life being lived.
Now you'll see I left this little open area right here. Well, that's for us to test our next.
And now we're going to implement another fish to eat all these fucking shrimp. And now we're going to release the oxalotl and he's going to devour all of these shrimp.
3 food sources, and our next food source is a carrot. But yeah, they're not just gonna eat a raw carrot. It's too hard for their mouths. They can't chew it up. Instead, we gotta soften up the carrot in some boiling water, just like this. And yeah, just let it cook for a couple minutes. And when the carrots are done cooking, we can bring them back to the shrimp.
So I cut off a piece and plopped it straight into the tank. Now this time it was completely different than that shrimp pellet because while a couple of the shrimp sort of checked out the carrot a little bit, ultimately none of them really stayed.
They're not fucking with that shit, bro. Put a fucking fish fillet in there, see how they eat it.
For long enough to eat it. Come on, guys. Do you not like vegetables or something?
Oh, well, I guess they don't like carrots. But before we try the steak, I want to try one more vegetable. Let's do spinach.
Now with this, I also had to boil it.
Spinach, bro. I mean, you are giving them fucking unseasoned ass food, dude. Come on.
Quickly, and then I put it in the water as well.
Let's break out some fucking mixed dry rub. Put it on a piece of chicken, throw it in the water, they'll fucking eat that shit up.
Well, and yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of
fucking with it. Not fucking with it at all.
Disappointed by the spinach too, because even though this is so nutritious and Google said the shrimp would eat it, well, they never ate it at all.
Yeah, Google AI. Yes, cherry shrimp love to eat spinach, and it makes an excellent nutrient-rich supplement for their diet. Spinach provides essential calcium, magnesium, and iron.
They never ate it at all.
Bro, come on. I'm just convinced shrimp don't like eating vegetables at all. Yeah, let's get this trash out of here. And let's move on to our final food source, a entire steak. Well, I shouldn't say the entire steak because that would make the water pretty dirty. So I'm just gonna cut off a little piece just like that. And
bro,
well,
a little piece, you gotta give him at least 5 ounces.
Put this in.
So I put the steak in, and thankfully this time we at least got a bit of action. Because after about 10 minutes, you could tell they certainly weren't swarming it, but there was the occasional shrimp going on to the piece of meat, and it was kind of cool because you could see their microscopic little mouths taking tiny little bites out of the meat. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, for being in here for 2 hours, it was a bit disappointing that they didn't eat this more. I guess with shrimp, you just want to stick to the boring foods like pellets. But remember guys, as you get more expensive, the pet fish get harder to feed and crazier. And well, for the next price point,
Bro, I don't know, having to be, like, it's such a sick animal to own, but to have to buy, like, live... For sharks, you might not need to, but for, like, snakes, bro... Yo, you're a snake owner, bro. You gotta buy a live rat, and you gotta fucking throw that motherfucker in there, watch him eat it. That's, like, psychopath shit. It's like psychopath shit. Motherfucker's going, yeah, I gotta go buy crickets. I gotta go buy crickets for my lizards. What?
we've got a
live at... You can get frozen ones?
1,000...
See, but then he's not eating delicacies, bro. Live rat to a snake's like eating at fucking Outback Steakhouse. You're giving him Arby's.
$1 saltwater coral tank.
Yup, if you didn't know, coral saltwater tanks are some of the most exotic tanks you can get. But the thing is that they get extremely expensive extremely fast. That's why instead I'm gonna...
My 6th grade science teacher at a boa, he brought it to school once. My 6th grade science teacher had a guinea pig, or 2 guinea pigs, and she was crying one day when I went to school, and I said, what happened? And she said the guinea pig died, and I remember being like, wow, it's really that upsetting. Turns out that guinea pigs, I'm pretty sure, eat each other after they die, and so she was really upset because she came to school that day, and one of the guinea pigs was dead, and the other one ate it.
Buy this already set up coral tank for $200.
I'm going to fact check that. I'm almost sure that's exactly what happened. Do guinea pigs eat each other? Yes, situational cannibalism. If a guinea pig passes away from natural causes, a distressed cage mate may nibble or chew on the body. So she like showed up. She was like really upset, and I was like, it seemed more like not like a morning upset, like a holy fuck. And I was like, oh, where's the guinea pigs? And she was like, well, one of them died. I was like, well, what about the other one?
And then I can
That motherfucker was covered in blood.
use the rest of the budget to fill it up with way more crazy corals. And dang, look at this video the seller sent me. It already has so much fish and stuff in it. Let's go see if this is legit.
So yeah,
Dude, I remember I had such a crush on my fucking science teacher in 6th grade, dude. Holy shit.
drove out to the cellar
That was like...
and got the tank
No, bro. I feel like everybody... Yo, no, that's so real. What do you mean? Why are you putting question marks? What are you putting question marks? That's like such a relatable thing. You're telling me you didn't have a crush on one of your teachers when you were like in middle school, bro?
into my car, although there was definitely something
Never.
off about it.
As you can see, it's quite a bit dirty, a lot dirtier than it was listed on Facebook.
And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be
My Spanish teacher.
fish inside, but I'm not
My Spanish teacher was mean to me.
seeing anything. We gotta get
My Spanish teacher was mean to me.
this home ASAP.
So I quickly drove home and got it out at my house.
Alright guys, I just got this back to my setup, and look at this. There's actually a fish inside. Yo, there's a clownfish. Do you see that?
Bro, I remember my the science teacher I had a crush on. She left, and we had a new science teacher, and she just wouldn't stop talking about how her husband worked and owned a Costco. And I remember being like, wow, what a downgrade. Like, I remember being like, bro, it was like every day she'd bring up Costco. I was like, yo, who cares about Costco, bro? Literally no one. Why are we talking about this?
I can't really see it because it's so dirty. But yeah, let me set up all this stuff.
So yeah, I first added in the extra water I had taken
I haven't thought about that in years. That's fucking hilarious. That just brought back a memory, bro.
out to transport.
Holy shit, bro. She just would not stop chirping up Costco, dude. And she was like, yeah, BJ's is not as good as Costco. My husband owns a Costco. I was like, okay, bro, who cares? Fuck. Oh my God, Costco. It's a wholesale food place. Holy shit.
It. Then I put in the heater, wave maker, water filter, and of course the lights. And then I let it sit for a couple hours to clear up. And oh my gosh, the whole tank came alive very quickly.
Bro, how much easier life was, bro, when subjects were just English, science, math. You math, letter grade. It wasn't like fucking something else. Yeah, it's like now it's like oh, you're in like molecular biology. Oh.
You could see the clownfish swimming around next to the anemone, the little shrimp constantly moving around everywhere, and there was even a literal sea urchin. I had no clue this was all going to be included in the tank.
This place would look way crazier if it had tons of
Oh, bro, I've been so zoned out of this video. I'm not even gonna lie. This video got so derailed after I started stim saying Jason Derulo. We're at $1,000 tank now. We got Nemo. Okay, we got Nemo now.
A lot dirtier than it was listed on Facebook.
And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be fish inside, but I'm not seeing anything. We gotta get this home ASAP.
So I quickly
Jason Derulo.
drove home and got it out at my house.
Alright guys, I just got this back to my setup, and look at this. There's actually a fish inside. Yo, there's a clownfish. Do you see that? Yeah, I guess you can't really see it because it's so dirty. But yeah, let me set up all this stuff.
So yeah, I first added in the extra water I had taken out to transport.
Bro, cleaning the fish tank, bro. I remember that shit. You would have to like muddle through the rocks with this like fucking thing, and like, dude, straight up like poop water would start coming out of it. It was fucking gross. Oh my God, owning a fish tank is now. I never mind. I don't want to own a fish tank. I remember how shitty it was.
Then I put in the heater, wave maker, water filter, and of course the lights. And then I let it sit for a couple hours to clear up. And oh my gosh, the whole tank came alive very quickly. You could see the clownfish swimming around next to the anemone, the little shrimp constantly moving around everywhere,
Anemone.
and there was even a literal sea urchin. I had no clue this was all going to be included in the tank.
This place would look way crazier if it had tons of rare glowing corals and stuff. So yeah, we definitely got to go buy some of those.
So I drove
See, like, that's the type of shit, bro. If I ever got a fish tank, I would just ball out and call the fucking, what are the dudes that make fish tanks? And they both kind of look like, just like, what is that called? Tanked. Yeah, today we're going to be making, every video, bruh. Every video. Today we're going to be making a fucking fish tank for LeBron James. Hey, bro, today, this is what we're going to be doing. So, I want to get some yellow skippers. I think they're a great fish that we're going to add. The whole time, I'm just locked in on that. They had that one guy. He was, like, entirely unprofessional. He'd be, like, carving the fish tank. He's, like, shirtless, sweating. You can see his ass crack, and he's just carving glass. Like, when are you going to have it done? Well, I don't know. When do you need it? Tomorrow. I'll try. And then it just starts leaking. It's like every time they run into a problem, it's never easy. They never just make a fish tank. Every time it's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, gallons of water are spewing out of the tank.
Back out to the aquarium store where I'd bought those plants from earlier and found out they also had a massive coral section.
Yo, this is sick how some of these corals glow. And look, that clownfish is checking that coral out. And also, bro, $400 for a single piece of coral, that's kind of crazy.
If you didn't know, corals literally have thousands of tiny little animals called polyps that live inside of them. And in order to see them come out, I bought this big bag of coral and brought it home.
Now, corals can be extremely delicate, so it's a good thing we already
Yo, it's that expensive for fucking for like live coral?
got this set up tank, otherwise our corals would probably die. But because this is set up, it's as simple as just dumping the water from the bags out and putting all the corals I bought inside.
Then over the next hour, I slowly added water from our current tank into this temporary tray. Yeah, a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it because
Wow, you have to get them like acclimated? I didn't even think about that, bro. I would have just dropped them right in.
to add these corals around the tank in the places I thought would look best, and I left my camera recording so we could see them come alive. The first one I noticed movement from was this top one, that we could see the little tentacles of the polyp animals on here starting to come out. And this green one also started to liven up pretty fast as well. The polyps on these corals use all these little tentacle things to eat up food, which I'll show very soon.
Yo, look at these corals. They're looking sick. The only ones that haven't popped out are...
God, I feel so bad looking at sea urchins, man. I used to throw rocks at them, bro. I'm so serious. When I was a kid, bro, I didn't know they were alive. I thought they were just like fucking spikes in the ocean. I used to throw rocks at them. It didn't do anything. I remember, dude, yeah, no, that's fucked up. I know. Like, dude, I was probably like 8 years old, and I remember I was like, sea urchins hurt people. Fuck sea urchins. And I would throw rocks at them. Because they don't move, like, you don't see them move. Like, they're just, like, in a rock.
These two at the bottom. So I guess I'll just leave them be. And in the meantime, let's feed this tank so we can figure out how alive everything in here actually is.
The fish in tanks like
They're invasive? Oh, are they really?
this
Okay, never mind.
love stuff called
No, I still do feel bad. Even if they're invasive, it's like, okay, if I shot it, that would be different. I was just, like, chucking a rock at it. It didn't do anything, though. I remember I would hit it with a rock. I was like, are these things fucking immortal? Or not immortal, but like fucking unscathable. Like I would hit it with a rock and it wouldn't even fracture. It would just eat it. And I didn't know it was alive, but I was like, these things are like rock solid. Like invincible is the right word.
brine shrimp. Basically, you pop one of these frozen cubes in a cup of water and
And then I remember I talked to my grandfather about it and he was like, yeah, no, they're alive. Because he stepped on one and he had to go to the hospital because it was like poisonous or some shit. And he was like, I almost lost my foot. But it was one of those old people stories. Oh, so
they completely start to thaw
that shit. You know when you're gonna get a big spiel
out into
from an old guy, he's gonna yap your ear off for like 10 minutes.
tons of tiny shrimp that you could put into the tank. Instantly, you could see how all the fish in here, like this blue damselfish, started to gulp up the food. The clownfish was also eating some of it while sticking near this anemone that had come with the tank when I bought it. If you don't know what an anemone is, well,
Hold up.
it's actually an animal, and they have thousands of microscopic needles on their tentacles to sting and stay safe from fish. And also, they're able to move around through tanks on their own somehow. But for some reason, clownfish evolved to be immune to the stinging, so they just constantly stay near anemones so no other animals will disturb them. But interestingly, there's also these coral shrimp in here that'll eat the brine
I
shrimp.
thought it was like a symbiotic relationship or whatever. Like anemones and clownfish like work together in the wild in some way.
With their tiny little claws. And there's other animals which you don't need to feed, like these cool sea snails which go along the glass eating algae, and these sea urchins which do the same. pretty cool.
Finally, we can't forget to feed the corals with this stuff, and it's pretty cool to watch. Let me show you.
Yeah, you can kind of just use this thing as a spray bottle under the water to shoot food at the corals. You can see how the little tentacles have the polyps react to the tasty food and close up a bit. The green one was especially cool to watch, along with the smaller green one where you could really see the little tentacle arms grabbing the food and closing it up to consume it. Dang, the ocean is actually so cool.
All right, I just got this set up in my kitchen and stuff like the anemone.
My tank looks dirty as fuck, though. Like, I need these snails in overdrive, bro. There's like poop on the walls, man.
Is still opening up. But honestly, for $1,000, it's so cool seeing all the different life in here. I'm gonna rate this thing an 8 out of 10.
But there's one type of aquatic pet that's a lot cooler than everything I've showed so far. It's time to show you guys what it's like to have a
$100,000 fish tank.
literal pet shark.
Yes, sir. Now I could go buy
Now, guys, I could go buy a $100,000 fish tank, or we're gonna show up to Jason Derulo's fish tank.
some sort of small baby shark species
What a fucking collab that would be.
online and build a small little tank, but that would be boring. I want to see a big, fierce shark.
So I hopped on a plane and flew across the country to this very fish store.
Damn it! Oh, dude, in my brain, there was like a 2% chance that he somehow got like a Jason Derulo collab. I'm so serious. Like, in my brain, I was like, there's a chance. There's a chance he flies out.
Called Aquatics and Exotics. When I walked inside, I was immediately greeted by some absolute...
When I walked inside, I was immediately greeted by none other than Jason Derulo. He was actively searching for another shark that he was going to add to his tank.
insane tanks. This one had massive freshwater stingrays. This one had a super cool pig-nosed turtle.
That thing, that's the first time I've ever seen that animal. What the fuck is that?
That had a nose that looks like a pig. But right here at the back of the store is where the insanely massive tank that is filled to the brim with sharks is located.
Yo, these sharks are crazy.
Yup, this tank has 17,000 gallons of water because it contains not only this nurse shark, which like to spend most of their time chilling at the bottom of the tank, but also these two super fierce black tip reef sharks, which are known to be some of the most aggressive sharks in the world. And the craziest thing is how you feed them when they're your pets. So I got introduced to a store employee named Sky so I could show you just that.
You are kind of the one in charge of taking care of all these sharks, right?
Yep, 2 black tips and a nurse shark in here.
Dang, that is so cool. I'm on the mission to kind of find the craziest pet you can keep. Would you say keeping sharks is kind of crazy? Like, is that kind of cool?
It's definitely one up there. Not many people can say they have real sharks in their house.
For
I know somebody that can say that.
sure, but why do you have to
I'm done.
have a tank that is so massive for these sharks?
I know there's somebody that has a shark in their house.
Specifically for the black tips, they are
Someone say a famous singer.
a shark that in the wild requires to be in constant motion to get oxygen through their gills.
Yep, the blacktip reef sharks in specific literally need to constantly be moving in order to get water and therefore oxygen flowing through their gills.
So are these black
So they
tip
just swim in circles in the fucking tank all day?
sharks fully grown?
No, they're still actually young males.
Wow, so they're gonna get a lot bigger than this?
Quite at least twice
Oh my
the
gosh.
size.
Nah, these sharks
Somebody from PETA comes in, breaks the glass. Be free!
are still gonna get twice as big.
free!
I can't even imagine what they're gonna eat when they get bigger.
So I'd say I want to see these guys eat. Can we feed these guys some food?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to see what I'm feeding them?
Yes, let's do
We
that.
go grab it.
So Sky brought out an absolute buffet.
All right, so what are we gonna be feeding these sharks today?
So that is the light feeding. That's about 2 pounds of shrimp right there.
This is a light feeding. This is like, I couldn't even eat this all if I wanted to. Let's just get this in the tank.
I could eat that.
Absolutely. Ready?
Yes.
I even
All right, let's settle down. That's not that much food.
turned on my GoPro and gave it to Sky as she went behind the scenes to feed the sharks all these shrimp. You can see how she started by splashing her hand in the water to alert the sharks that it was feeding time. And then she started to stick my GoPro under the water, which surprisingly, the aggressive black tip sharks instantly found interesting because they kept swimming straight up to it almost like they wanted to swallow it.
Yo, they're trying to eat my GoPro.
But eventually it was feeding time, so Sky started to toss massive handfuls of the shrimp into the tank, which if you can couldn't guess, the sharks instantly picked up the scent, and they absolutely started to annihilate these shrimp.
Yo, this guy's about to gulp that shrimp up. Oh my gosh. Yo, look at all these shrimp in front of me. Oh, these sharks are just going crazy for them.
But it wasn't only cool to see how the black tips move around to eat the shrimp, because Sky also showed the GoPro how she trained the nurse shark to come to the surface so she could drop pieces of shrimp in so that guy could eat as well. Dang, that is so cool to watch.
Well, Sky, that was probably the coolest feeding of an aquatic.
Oh, what about this fucker in the corner? He's just like being left out of the conversation, bro. Nobody talking about him. He's watching, bro. He wants attention too. We ain't gonna give him screen time. Are we calling him a sub 3? What the fuck? He's just a sad ass, big ass grouper, bro.
The coolest feeding of an aquatic pet I've ever seen. This is honestly one of the coolest pets I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Yep, seriously, thank you so much to Aquatics and Exotics for showing me these sharks. They're an awesome fish store located in Cincinnati, Ohio. Go check them out if you're in the area.
And of course,
Yeah, if I ever need a shark, I'll pull up.
guys, don't forget about the merch.
That is a top 3 breed of dog. This isn't a border collie. What is this? Oh my god, what is this called? What is this breed of dog called? That is the cutest dog ever. Holy shit. Not as cute as Daisy, but close second. An Australian Shepherd. Yeah.
just dropped our first new
Oh my
shirt
god,
design.
that dog is so
We just
fucking
dropped.
cute, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, I need to kiss dogs' noses. I don't know if that's relatable, but like if I was petting this dog, I would kiss its nose right there.
Dropped our
Not even a boot, bro. Oh my god.
first new shirt design in a long time, and I'm being serious. This one's by far my favorite.
That's not even a boop, bro. Yeah. I'll boop the nose too, but I'm saying you kiss the nose. Not like on the middle part of their nose is wet and gross. I'm saying like right on the tip of where their snout meets their nose.
Our first new shirt design in a long time, and I'm being serious. This one's by far my
It's like cuteness aggression.
favorite. It just
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm like thinking about it right now, and it's like making me antsy.
has so many cool animals. I mean, a tiger, ant, a black widow, a centipede. Yeah, I mean, you can see them. Yeah, thank you for watching. Seriously, it means a lot, and hopefully you learned something about animals.
Why are we throwing question marks, bro? You're telling me you ain't get cuteness aggression towards cute ass dogs? I'm not saying aggression to the point where I'm not gonna like hurt them, but it's like I gotta restrain myself.
And yeah, my dog.
You wanna squeeze them? Oh, you little puppies.
And goodbye.
Oh, you little puppies. Oh my gosh.